They will always be around.
Welcome back. You are listening to the Mari Mukonda Show on Salam Media. It is 4 minutes past 12 on this Tuesday, the 17th of November, 2020. And we are coming to you live from our studios, 92 Xavier Street, Robert Cham, Gauteng, and One Nation FM in Polokwane. Tobela to our Polokwane listeners. It is time for our hit list, and today we are featuring Karabego instant dried coffee. I'm going to be chatting to one of the co-founders, Katlego Mathibela. And let's find out more about Karabego instant dried coffee. Hi, Katlego.
Hi, Miriam. How are you?
Thank, I'm good. Thanks on yourself. Thank you for joining
I'm
me.
good. I'm good. It's a great pleasure. Thank you for inviting me.
All right, awesome. So you are one half of Karabego Instance,
Yes.
right? Of the company, basically. So, uh, who is the other half? Tell us how it all started.
Okay. The other half is Karabo who happens to be a childhood friend of mine. We grew up together in Hammanskraal. So how it started was, yeah, we love coffee. We both love coffee. So years ago, it's been something Karabo has been wanting to start, but he's been delaying to actually start it. So last year he actually shared the idea with me, and then yeah, and I was on board with it. And just that we never really have the time to actually get started with it because we both work. I'm also a student, so having to find time to actually start something new, because like having a baby, so we need to like
Hmm.
maintain that, and yeah, so we just needed the time to actually do that, and we didn't really have it up until the lockdown started. That's when we had more time in our hands and actually decided to actually start with it.
Okay, so basically, the lockdown was good for you in a way that it helped you actually start something that you had been delaying to start.
Yeah, pretty much, yes. I'd say the lockdown worked in our favor in that sense.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now, there are many coffee brands on the market. What makes yours unique or so special than the others?
I actually agree with you. There are a lot. Okay, ours is a South African brand. If you've seen it, you would. It's actually inspired by the packaging is inspired by Ndebele tradition. That's where we got the whole idea to actually do that. So our packaging is beautiful. It's African. The
Yeah.
name also is African. So it sort of makes it relatable to our people because you see something that's relatable. We've also had people that are complaining they want a taste of coffee, but then the problem is it
Hmm.
usually gives them heartburns and yeah, they always have like health
Yes.
complications, but they haven't experienced that with our instant coffee. So it's been a great thing in that sense that people are actually giving it great. They are actually giving us great feedback in terms of that.
Because the thing is, we don't buy a real coffee. We end up buying what is called chicory with coffee, and that
Yes,
is not real coffee at the end of the day. But
yes.
you guys mentioned that you made coffee for Black people. Tell us about that.
Well, not just for Black people, but mainly that. Well, we do make up majority of the population anyway. So okay, we grew up around Black people. That's who
Hmm.
that those are the people that had the biggest hand in molding us into the people that we are. So this is our thank you to our community that have access to such lavish things that we feel like we want, but we cannot afford, or we feel like this is way beyond us and things like that. Because majority of times people want to experience new things, but they don't have the access to do that. So having someone that's relatable to actually walk you through the process, because you find people that actually want to order coffee and they're like, yeah, and then I'd ask them, which one do you want? They're like, yeah, I don't even know the difference. Could you explain that? So you don't really
Hmm.
get someone that will take you through the process of explaining, no, you can't buy this coffee. This one actually needs you to have, you're supposed to grind it, have a coffee machine, and people just buy a coffee and then go
And
through.
not use it.
Yeah. Yes, and then it ends up just in the cupboard for the longest time. I know that because it's happened at my home as well. My mom's always giving away coffee machines. She'd receive them as gifts and give them away as gifts. Why? Because it's like, what
Hello.
am I supposed to do with this thing? What am I supposed to do with it? So having someone else that's relatable to you actually walk you through the process of how you can actually get to enjoy this makes people want to support us even more. So yeah, and people usually they actually used to tell us about the fact that they've never really had direct contact with other coffee owners, so it's really hard to actually have give feedback or we encourage our customers to actually give us feedback. What would you prefer? Did you like what you had? And then we'll make adaptation based on your taste, because at the end of the day, that's who we are looking out for, you, our customers. So your opinion matters a lot. So that's why we think it's for the people, not necessarily black, the people, our people. Sorry.
Definitely. It's for somebody who wants to experience coffee, especially for a beginner to experience real coffee and not just chicory. Talking about your products, how do you outsource the products and how do you make the coffee?
Okay, we import our coffees through the roastery that we actually use for the roasting, since we don't really have equipment to do that ourselves as yet.
Yeah.
So we actually just we sat down with the roastery and decided on a flavor note that we wanted for our different coffees. So then they actually source it for us, and then goes through the roasting process, and then we have to do the packaging and ship it off to our people.
Okay, tell us more about the instant dried coffee. What is that all about? Why is it instant dried coffee?
Oh, the freeze dried. Okay, so
Yeah,
there.
freeze dried.
Uh,
Yeah.
okay, so the coffee, it has to go through a liquefying stage first, and then it's dried. Then you have to dehydrate it in order for it to uh, turn into granules, which you will later on dissolve using hot water, as opposed to the other ones whereby it's just roasted beans. You can either grind them upon before packaging, or you can just sell them as whole beans, and then your customer will actually go through the grinding themselves. So that in that case, it does not go through the dehydration and all of that. You need to like sieve it out basically when you make the coffee, as opposed to the instant. The instant, it's your regular coffee that you used to, whereby
Yeah.
you just add boiling water and your sugar, or however you like to take it.
All right. Okay. What challenges did you guys face from the time you started up to right now?
Okay, so like I said, that we actually juggling this whole business with our regular things that we usually need to do. We had to go back to work once the levels reduced, so we
Yeah.
have to find time to actually balance business and still give our customers the attention they deserve and the service they deserve, while actually like juggling all the other things, because we don't have the workforce. It's literally just me and Garal at the moment. So we need to find a way to balance work, school with our company.
Okay. And since launching, you launched in June. How has it been? I mean, you mentioned that you've received good feedback. So, are
Yes.
there a lot of customers? Do people know it? Are people welcoming the product?
Actually, I'd say the support we've been receiving is way beyond what we expected. More especially as I'm telling you that we wanted to introduce the coffee to beginners. So you're not even sure how people will receive it. So it was just, okay, a leap of faith. Like, okay, fine, let's just do this. Whatever happens, happens. If it doesn't go well, we learn something. If it all goes well, then great. But we've really received great support, more support than I actually wouldn't have imagined. We've sold over 200 bags of coffee since we started, and it's been amazing. It's been amazing. I can't emphasize enough or thank our people enough for the support and love they've been showing us. They've been spreading the word. You'd get people that would tell you that I'm not really a coffee drinker, but I will buy your mugs. or I will buy coffee for someone else. Because, like I told you, our packaging is really pretty and catchy. So people usually gift, they usually like just gift each other with the coffee. Yeah, we've had people that wanted to collaborate to make gift hampers. Yeah, with the coffee. So it's been amazing. It's been great.
Mm.
Yeah.
And that just gave me an idea. Perhaps I should also collaborate with you guys. But anyway, we'll talk on the side. Do stay
Not a
with us,
problem.
Katlego. We're going to take a break. If any of you have questions or comments for Karabo, please leave them in the comment section, or you can send them to us on WhatsApp. The number is 061 Don't go anywhere.
From South Africa.
Visit the most exclusive abaya boutique in Durban, Lamia Abaya and Fabric House, specializing in individually sourced designer abaya pieces and unique abaya fabrics, available exclusively for you. Lamia Abaya and Fabric House. Find us at 490 Peter Mokaba Ridge Road, Durban. You deserve only the best.
After all these years, millions of Syrian refugees and displaced persons are still struggling to get adequate food and nutrition. Since 2014, the Al Imdad Foundation's Flour for Syria campaign has provided daily bread to these Syrians. For just 5,000 Rand, you can sponsor 1 ton of flour and ensure that 10,000 pita loaves are delivered to desperate Syrian communities. Part donations are also accepted. Visit alimdad.com or call 0861 786 243 for more information.
Shimmer, sparkle, captivate. Nothing less than a masterpiece. Droplets of gold inspires precious design. Platinum bursts with intricate freshness, and every pure diamond becomes more than just a girl's best friend. Voda Gold Gem Jewelers, where timeless dreams become a reality. Come to us. We tailor-make designer gold, platinum, and diamond jewelry. Trade in or remodel your old gold. Clad yourself with classy name-branded watches. We offer insurance valuation and freezer card calculation. Visit us at 534 Ridge Road, Overport, or call 031 208 9142. Voda Gold Gem Jewelers, manufacturers of fine gold and diamond jewelry.
Connect and stay ahead with Salam Media. This is Salam Media, coming to you live from South Africa.
Welcome back. You are listening to the Mari Mukwanda Show on Salam Media. And today's hit list, I am chatting to Katlego Mathibela, who is the co-founder of Karabego Coffees. Katlego, thank you for staying on the line. Why is it important for the youth to get into business?
Personally, from my personal experience, I'd say it's important because I think we can all agree that job hunting is one of the most exhausting, mentally, physically, emotionally. It's one of the most exhausting tasks you can actually come across. You will be there looking for a job despite your qualifications. You will look and they will tell you about 12 years experience and you'd ask yourself, where am I supposed to get that? You just graduated, you're just looking for a job. You end up at a point whereby you actually just look for anything. You put your qualification aside and just look for anything there is out there. You find a lot of people in different jobs whereby they actually have qualifications for something different. Why? Because you can't find a job out there. So you actually get to a point where you just need to go out there and just find something to start.
And because because it's so competitive out there as well, and we need experience, do you think it's best that we rather go for experiential learning, or to go for training instead of having to just jump into college and university? Perhaps we can study along the way. Why? Maybe we should just try and go for skills that are needed in a specific industry.
Please explain. So you mean instead of going to study whatever field of interest that you might have, we should actually look into scarce skills and actually study those? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, yeah. Do you think it's best to rather go for skills that are available instead of going to study? Like, I mean, we can always study along the way.
I agree to an extent with that, because at the end of the day, as much as there might be scarcity of a certain skill, but then having all of us go, or a fraction of us actually go for that, and then now I'm learning a skill that's not really my passion, just for the sake of actually being able to secure a job. That's how you end up finding a lot of people that are stuck in jobs and they're unhappy, or end up offering people terrible service. Why? Because it's not really where their hearts are. You're just doing it for the sake of, you really want something to do and you really need money, because that's how it is at the end of the day. So it's yeah, it's a very tricky situation, I'd say.
Yeah, no, it is very tricky, but we also have to look at it. If you are able to do a certain a skill set, if you're able to, if you are a
Yeah.
people's person and you feel like this is what you should be doing, then some of the people should consider that.
Yeah, if that's
Anyways,
the case. If that's
all
the
right,
case.
we have a game that we play. It's called Quick Fire. I'm going to ask you five
Okay.
questions, and you
Oh
need
my
to answer them
goodness.
as
Okay.
quickly as you can.
Wow. Okay.
All right. If you were the president, who would be your deputy?
Karabo. He'd be my deputy.
What would your top priority be as the president?
Yo, we have so many issues. The unemployment in this country, it's a scary thing.
What is your favorite quote?
Be the change that you want to see in the world.
Do you have a favorite book? If so, what is it?
Oh, I don't have a favorite book. I have a lot.
Okay.
Not a favorite.
All right. Okay. If you don't have a favorite book, I'm going to ask you, if you had to choose a superpower, what would you choose?
What? Okay, my goodness. Wow.
Read
Yeah.
minds.
Yeah.
All right. Name 3 people or organizations we should follow on social media.
3 organizations or people.
Yes.
Okay. I'd say, can I include myself?
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay. At Karabego SA on Instagram. I mean, at Karabego Coffee on Instagram. Start Cleaner SA on Instagram. And then My Cat's Empire on Instagram as well.
All right. That is the quick fire, but unfortunately, you didn't answer the Facebook one.
Yeah, and my superpower. My goodness.
Yeah, no. Next time, I'll give you options. But anyways, what advice would you like to give to the youth?
Okay, to the youth. If you are passionate about something, don't let the naysayers overpower you. If you're really passionate about something, don't doubt yourself. You are more capable than you actually think. There are people out there with half your ability that are actually making waves out there. So stop doubting yourself, go out there and do something, and you learn along the way. If you fail, you learn something. If you succeed, then you realize you had nothing to be afraid of. So
Wow, powerful words there. And lastly, where would you like to see Karabego Coffee in 5 years?
in 5 years, actually, we want to see ourselves actually employing people, getting our own equipment to actually do the roasting. There are actually a lot of factories in Hammanskraal that are vacant. We actually want to set up a roastery that side. That's what we want to do, so we can give our people more hope in terms of finding jobs and everything. That it's just we just really want to make a difference through all of this.
All right. Good luck with your future endeavors.
Thank you so much. It
And
was great
thank you
talking to
for
you.
joining me. It was a
Thank you for
pleasure as
inviting me.
well. Have a wonderful day.
You too. You too.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye.
That was Katlego Mathibela, the co-founder of Karabego Coffee, or the other founder is Karabo, and well, she was representing both of them. You can leave your comments in the comment section, or you can send them to us on WhatsApp. The number is 061 Hey, Katlego is such a smiley person. Like I can't even stop smiling also because she's just so smiley. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna choose to smile today, guys. Smile. No, don't smile for the camera. Just smile because it's Sunnah. Anyways, it is at 12:25. You are listening to the Mari Mukonda Show on Salam Media. Do stay with us.